Okay, I'm doing another review, and today I'm reviewing a Marvel book. I'm reviewing Moon Knight, Volume 2, Midnight Sun. I reviewed Volume 1, and I've had Volume 2 for a while. I just haven't, gotten off my lazy butt to review it, which is the story of my life. This takes place right after the first story arc, where after, Mark Spector trying to rebuild his life, I guess you could say, at least trying to find a new purpose since the evil Egyptian spirit who still possesses him, whose name I can't say, I'm sorry, goes through it, and while he's doing this, he meets Midnight, who, from what I understand, is a classic villain, well, at least a villain in Moon Knight, not really knowing much about Moon Knight, only reading these first two trades in the new series that's out right now. This trade I got because I was at Barnes & Noble. I had some money, and I figured I liked the first one, so I get the second one. This collects issues 7 through 13 and the annual. I think it only had one annual. The art for at least for the first two issues is David Finch. What the hell did I say, Brian? Brian Finch, who did the first trade. I'm guessing he couldn't finish it on time or something, because he was soon after replaced by other artists, Miko Sanyan and Tom Coker, which makes sense because David Finch has had a history of not exactly being on time. Ultimatum's a good example. He does the covers for the issues, so a few of them. It's interesting. You see Mark, dealing with his gritty crime thing. You have this very interesting scene where it's him and Spider-Man in the beginning, and he's basically ranting about how Spider-Man's such a goody two-shoe, and it's like I kill people, or I'm more serious than this moron. And also there's a cameo with the Punisher, which is an interesting team-up. The stuff with Midnight, who comes in, who's just slowly decomposing. He looks disgusting. He's trying to, take over, or at least kill Moon Knight, make a choice. He definitely gets the horrifying, crazy. Charlie Houston, who wrote the first trade, is writing this. He gets the feeling. He knows how to make this guy sound like a total psychopath. Like he gives this guy this very weird voice, and it definitely has some emotional impact. The thing is, though, and I've had the same problem. I don't think I mentioned in the first review. If I did, I'm probably smarter than I think. This series is very confusing. I had to reread this. I had to reread this again after reading it the first time, just so I knew I was understanding what the hell is going on. The story in here is just at least the main story, because there's 3 different stories. The main story with Midnight was entertaining, but it was very confusing. And also from what I hear, they're just constantly rewriting its history, and it's annoying. I know a lot of fans of Moon Knight. I know there's somewhat of a fan base. They're really annoyed that they keep rewriting its history. There's also issues 7 through 12 are the main story. Issue 13 is I guess you can call it a story of him. Let's see, it's done by a completely different artist. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but I don't know what it is, but it's the art's very nice. It's done in a very gritty, kind of noirish looking art style. The story was meh. The thing is, though, most of this book isn't really Moon Knight. Most of the first 2 trades isn't him as Moon Knight. It's him as Mark Spector dealing with his problems. And also the annual, which was just... I didn't like it at all. The idea of the annual is it's these women who are all at some sort of awareness group, who are they talk about men they've met, how they're in abusive relationships, and then all these stories coincide with Moon Knight beating the crap out of them because they're horrible, horrible people. No, there's more to that, but it's really just kind of an uninteresting thing, and that story wasn't even done by Charlie Houston, it was done by Dwayne Szynski. What do I gotta give this? I gotta give this 7 out of 10. The main story was good. The other two stories were, well, one was meh, the other one was bad. The art, David Finch is good, but the thing is, it's so inconsistent between like the fact that they had to change artists in the middle of the main story, and then they're two completely different artists in the other story. It seems like a mixed bag of pages. So you know, I wouldn't. You guys get this? I don't have like any other volumes. I have the first two. If I ever get any other volumes, you'll see a review. Peace, guys.